Hey guys, welcome back, or if it's the first time here, welcome. I really hope you enjoyed today's video as well as my channel. Definitely do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you do, and if you're already subscribed, hit that bell button so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. So if you couldn't tell already, I'm wearing absolutely no makeup on my face right now, and that could only be for one reason. We are testing out a full face of makeup today, and the full face of makeup that we're going to be testing out is, I mean, you probably already know from the title, but it's gonna be Lush makeup. I'm so excited. No, I am a huge fan of Lush. Honestly, I even feel like saying that I'm a fan is an understatement. I may be borderline obsessed. I have been using their like bath products, shower products, skincare, hair care for years and years and years, but I've never actually tried any of their makeup. I've always been really curious, but I've never really felt the inclination to try them out. But after seeing Tati's video testing out Lush makeup and also Chloe Morello's video testing out Lush makeup, it got me really, really intrigued and very curious to try the products out for myself. So I went to Lush. I spent way too much money. I got a full face of makeup, and we're gonna be testing out today. I'm also going to be doing some check-ins throughout the day to see how the makeup is actually going to wear. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely let me know if you've ever tried Lush makeup. What are your thoughts on it? Give this video a big thumbs up. So excited to put this stuff on my face, so let's get right into it. So I just wanna quickly like skim over the products in general, just give you my general thoughts. First of all, every single product in here, whether it's the mascara, the eyeliner, eyeshadow, foundation, everything was $19.95. So as far as the price point goes, it's not terrible, but it's also not incredibly cheap. It's sort of in between like a drugstore and Sephora brand price. However, the only thing that sort of bothers me just a little bit about the price point is the fact that there actually isn't quite a lot of product in the little jars. For example, Charisma, which is their bronzer, only has 20 milliliters of product, whereas something like the Mega Forever HD foundation or even the L'Oreal Pro Glow have 30 milliliters of product. And then if you look at the foundation only has 18 milliliters of product. So unfortunately, you don't really get too much bang for your buck. Okay, so I'm just gonna start off this makeup application with moisturizing my face. I'm gonna be using all Lush products. So this is Skin Drink. This is actually one of my favorite moisturizers from the brand. It's a really, really nice moisturizer, especially if you have dry skin. It is very, very hydrating. It actually makes your skin quite glowy. It looks like this. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. The only makeup product that I've ever tried from Lush is actually this one over here. This is the Feeling Younger Skin Tint. I have mentioned it as a very underrated product. This is basically like a really subtle glow from within type of liquid highlighter. It's really beautiful to use either by itself on like a no makeup day if you want to give your skin a little bit of a glow, and it's also really nice to use on top and underneath foundation. So I'm just gonna grab some on my finger. It's just like a white cream. It looks like this. I'm gonna tap it on the tops of my cheekbones, above my brows, on my cupid's bow. That looks really weird. And you can use your fingers to blend all this out, but I'm just gonna use my beauty blender just because it's right next to me. So I'm gonna blend it out, and you're gonna be able to see immediately that it gives a really, really pretty, very natural looking glow to the skin. So now it's time to go into the foundation. So this is the Color Supplement in light yellow. Now the foundation line doesn't really have a very wide variety of shades. There's only a very few. That's definitely one of the cons that I did notice right away, because it could be a little bit difficult to find your shade in their range because they don't really have that many options. And I could tell right away that this is actually quite a thick product. It's not liquidy. Like when I hold this upside down, it is not coming out at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just first dot this all over my face. I just applied a very small amount. We'll see how far this gets me. I'm gonna take the little butt of my beauty blender and just start to pounce this into my skin. Let's see how it blends out, if it gives me any coverage. I don't know if you guys can see, but when I start to blend it out, you see how there's still like almost like a shadow of where I dotted that foundation, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to blend. It's like so patchy. You see those little like circles on my forehead? So this first application did not give me really any coverage at all. I still have a ton of redness peeking through, especially on my nose and my cheek area. Like I said, it really didn't blend out well at all with the sponge. I'm going to try it out with the brush and see if that makes any difference at all. And instead of dotting it around my face, I'm just gonna like start to apply and buff it right away so that it doesn't have any time to like sit. And I'm just going to start to apply the foundation like this. Oh, this is giving me, okay, much more coverage, holy crap. It gave me a much smoother application, gave me much more coverage, and actually close up it looks really pretty. So the brush is definitely the winner for this one. But once it's blended out with a little bit of elbow grease, it does look actually really pretty. It doesn't look heavy on my skin at all. It's not attaching to any of my dry patches. I would say it's about a medium coverage, like just. Now I actually just realized that I should have gotten one shade lighter for my concealer, but I didn't. So I'm going to actually use the same color supplement as my concealer because this can be used apparently throughout the face. I'm gonna take a very small amount. I'm just gonna apply this right underneath my eyes and then blend it out with my sponge really quickly before it becomes too difficult to blend. It's really strange because I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm trying to like apply some extra product in this area over here, and it seems to be like wiping off the foundation that's around it underneath it. It's almost like going around the little redness over here, and it's not actually sticking to my skin. This is not working out so well. No. As far as how it looks underneath my eyes, it's okay. It's not caking up or anything. It's not giving me a crazy amount of coverage, but it's not bad. The only issue that I'm having is just layering the product in this area over here where there already was product. Foundation hole in my nose. Why? This is getting worse and worse and worse. Do you see that? There's such like a buildup of product. It's still not sticking to that area. Now it just looks super, super cakey. So now to bronze up my face, I'm gonna be taking another one of the skin tints. This is the Charisma Skin Tint. It says that it's supposed to give your skin a warm glow. It's a very, very warm, like reddish brown color. If you look closely, there is some like gold shimmer in here. Take a little bit, whatever's left over on the cap, a little bit on my finger. I'm just gonna dab it around my cheekbone area. Oh my God, that is like red. I'm gonna take my little sponge. I'm gonna start to blend it. Okay, good news. It's blending a lot nicer than the color supplement. It's actually blending pretty easily. So here is what the bronzer looks like. I actually like this. I think it blended out really easily. Like I said, it is really, really warm, which when I first started blending it out, I was like, whoa, this looks red. But now that I have it completely applied, I actually think it looks really pretty. And what I also did notice is that you don't need to use a ton of this product for it to go a long way. So this is their translucent face powder. It is an ultra-fine powder to set makeup and absorb shine. So I am just going to apply this in the center of my face just to see how it settles onto my skin. So this is what the powder looks like. It has almost like a pinky peachy tone to it, which is interesting. Doesn't look translucent to me. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the product. Just gonna like swirl it into my brush from the cap. It's powdery. Ooh. Put this on the center of my forehead. Pick up a little bit more. Chin, my nose. Set that foundation hole in place. Let's put a little bit underneath my eyes just to see how it works in that area. So I don't think the powder looks very heavy on my skin at all. Since my skin is dry and powder could sometimes look very cakey, and this is not looking cakey, which is nice. So I'm not mad at this either. This worked out. Okay, so I did actually get quite a selection of eyeshadows and eyeliners to play with because I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to do. I'm just gonna warn you guys, this is definitely not gonna be a super creative out there tutorial. There's really not much to play with since all of their eyeshadows are liquids and they don't have any like matte shades. I really have no choice but to do like a one color eyeshadow look. So all of their eyeshadows and eyeliners look like this. They come in this little like glass jar with a little dropper. They all look the same actually, so it's a little bit difficult to distinguish what's what. So here are the 3 eyeshadows that I bought. I will do swatches of all 3 of them in a little product shop. I could almost like hear you guys through my camera right now, and I have a feeling you want to see what this one looks like on the eyes. Am I on the right track here? I don't have any eyeshadow primer on or anything, not even concealer, so it'll be interesting to see how these last without any help. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the product and just start to apply this on my lid. Ooh, look at that, that's really pretty. I'm gonna take a little fluffy brush that's completely clean, sort of just start to like blend out the top edge just so that it's not harsh. Gonna dab a bit more onto my lid just to make sure that it's nice and even. I'm noticing that it's applying best with this natural hair brush just by like tapping it on the lid rather than with the synthetic small brush. That sort of swiped it away, but this is really keeping it in place, and I'm not really swiping it around, I'm really just tapping it. So this shade name was Happiness. So now I'm gonna go into the shade name Sophisticated. This is like the taupey bronzy shade. Just like really close to my lower lash line just to add a little bit of something there. Next, it is time to apply the eyeliner. The applicator itself is a brush applicator. It is pretty thin, so we'll see how precise it is in applying a wing. So it's just, you know, how it goes. Everybody hold your breath for me. It is a little bit awkward to hold because it is so short. It's applying very, very liquidy, but very black as well. This is so liquidy that if you start to try and layer it before it dries, it sort of moves a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that layer dry and then go back in with another layer to make it really opaque. And I am actually really enjoying how black this is. I could imagine that if you were to do like a really, really thick wing with this type of formula, and if it went anywhere near your crease and you blinked before it was dry, it would just go everywhere. For the lip products, they're called liquid lipsticks. I don't know if they're supposed to dry down or not, or if they're just liquidy type lipsticks, but I guess we'll find out. So this is what the little applicator looks like. Same as the eyeshadow. It's another little doe foot applicator. Doesn't have any scent. I find that all their products, their makeup products, don't have any scents to them. Ooh, pigmented. So this lip color is beautiful. I love the shade. I love the way that it applied. Feels really nice right now. Feels very, very lightweight. Feels like it's gonna be a winner depending on how it's gonna wear. So this is their mascara. It says that it has fresh wheatgrass to condition your lashes. Mascara wand itself looks like a very typical mascara wand. Doesn't look like anything too crazy or special. Again, same with the eyeliner. I do find it's difficult to apply a mascara that is with this like super short little applicator. I can just tell right away it's not lengthening, it's not really doing anything, it's not giving me volume, it's barely even really applying a ton of product to it. It's giving me like a very natural lash look, I guess you can say. Even if this wears okay throughout the day, I don't think I'm ever gonna use this again just because it doesn't even look like my lashes are there right now. It really, really, really just didn't do anything. This would probably be a pass for me right off the bat, honestly. Not the biggest fan of it. So here is what the finished makeup look looks like after applying everything. I also want to show you guys what the makeup looks like from afar as well. You can sort of see the patchiness a bit. Like when I turn my head right here, it starts to get a little bit patchy. That's the foundation separating. Right now it is 11:40 a.m. so I will check in with you guys in about an hour or two, let you know how things are going, how things are looking outside of like studio lighting, and I will see you guys soon. So right now I'm on my vlogging camera, so if the sound sounds a little bit different, that is why. I actually just finished wrapping up upstairs in my studio, but I did want to see what the makeup looked like in natural lighting. A little bit surprised to see that the makeup is actually breaking up a little bit more than I thought it did. Hopefully it doesn't get much worse, but right now I'm not super impressed with the way the face products are wearing. I feel so sad. So it's been another, I think like another 2 hours, I believe, and the makeup has definitely settled quite a bit of my face, so I think I have a good idea of how things are performing. The eyeliner is staying in place quite well. The eyeshadow is definitely creasing a little bit, although the color is still really intense. I do feel like that if I were to apply some sort of primer, I feel like it probably would have stayed a lot better. Unfortunately, I didn't, so I don't really know that for sure. The lip product actually ended up drying down on my lips. So you know when I first applied it, there was like a lot of shine to it. The shine has completely worn down and it does feel a little bit more dry. Let's see if it's transfer proof actually, because I haven't tested that yet. There's a little bit of transfer on my hand, nothing too crazy. As far as the skin goes, it's not looking too great. It is still sort of breaking up on my skin. It looks okay from afar, but when you get a little bit closer up, it doesn't look so wonderful. My friends are here right now, they're all studying, so I figured it would be a good idea to ask one of them how they think my makeup looks. It's always good to get a third-party opinion. This is my friend Fab. Hey guys! So what do you think of makeup? I really like the lip color. Do you find it's wearing well? Is it fading anywhere?
On
it
the
is fading?
top, on the top a little.
It's fading here?
Yeah, but like very little. I feel like the foundation kind of like is a little dry.
Yeah, like does it look like it's like cakey?
Like not really, like just like only here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just there.
But I feel like the majority of it looks good except for those areas.
Yeah, like just here.
Yeah.
Everywhere else is really nice. I think it's a little bit cakey on the chin.
Yeah.
And not super even. Shadow is pigmented AF.
All right, guys, those are my friends' opinions. Now let's wait a little bit more, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right, guys, I am back for the final check-in. I have had this makeup on for, let me count for a sec. Okay, I've had the makeup on for 7 hours now. I think that's a good amount of time to know whether or not a product is working or not. I do feel like I have some pretty solid thoughts on everything already. You guys could probably guess most of it, but I'm gonna go through each product and let you know whether or not I think it's a pass or a fail. So let's first start off with the foundation. Now, I have some pretty mixed feelings about it because I do like it on the majority of my face, but there are parts of my face that I don't really love the way it looks. Like I mentioned multiple times, it is breaking up quite a bit around like my cheek area, my chin area. I do feel like I want to play with it a little bit more, try a few different application methods and just sort of see if I can make it work because I see the potential in it. As far as the bronzer goes, I was really surprised because when I first applied it, I did like the product, but as the day went on, you can see right over here, I'll do a close-up, that there's almost like a patch where the bronzer completely wore off and it just looks really, really patchy, and it also faded quite a bit. Like I don't feel like I actually see the bronzer anymore, unfortunately. So I would probably say the bronzer is a pass. As far as the translucent powder goes, I actually really like the way the powder looks on my skin. I don't find that it made my skin look cakey or dry, and it doesn't even look like I'm even wearing powder. Again, I want to continue to try this out and see how it works with different foundations. So as for the eyeshadow that I applied, I really, really love it, and I could see myself continuing to use these eyeshadows. However, I would definitely apply a primer underneath it because without it, it definitely does crease a little bit, and I really do believe that just applying a thin layer of a primer can fix that problem very easily. The eyeshadow itself stayed really nice and vibrant throughout the day. It's still really nice metallic. As far as the eyeliner goes, I also like the way the eyeliner wore. I didn't have any problem with the black eyeliner transferring or smudging throughout the day. My one big con with the eyeliner is the applicator. I don't really like how it feels when I apply it just because the little applicator is so short and stumpy. It makes it difficult to have a lot of control with it. Definitely wasn't a fail because it lasted really well. I do like the formula. It is really nice and black, although I do have other liquid eyeliners that I do prefer over this one, but it definitely wasn't a fail. The mascara, as you guys know, like I told you right off the bat, really just wasn't my favorite. It didn't do anything good for my lashes. As for the highlighter, I'm not gonna go on and on about this because you guys know I already like this product. Like I said, I have used it before, but this is what it looks like after a few hours of wear. And it's honestly probably what I would recommend the most out of the Lush makeup line. The liquid lipstick is actually probably my second favorite item that I have on my face. It did last a really nice amount of time on the lips, even though it isn't quite as vibrant as when I first applied it and it's not quite as opaque. It did, I find, wear very, very well. Although it faded very evenly. Even though it did dry down slightly, it didn't dry out my lips at all. There was like a slight tightening sensation, but really nothing totally uncomfortable. So I could totally see myself wearing these lip colors again. I think they're really beautiful. And so I really got a little bit of everything in today's review. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Definitely let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you've tried any of the Lush makeup, let me know your thoughts. You guys know I love hearing what you have to say. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this first impression review. And of course, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.